Hey guys, I'm Alan Kavorkov from BeTheClaw.com, and if you were expecting me to be eating ice cream, well, you'll be sorely disappointed. A couple things I want to mention in this video are: 1. If I unfriended you on Facebook, I'm sorry. I'd like to keep my personal profile separate from BeTheClaw.com. I do have a family, so I'd like to have some privacy in that regard. So if I haven't met you in person, I had to unfriend you. I'm sorry about that. You're still welcome to send me messages, send me emails or whatever if you have any questions. If you just want to keep in touch, feel free to post on BeTheClaw.com's Facebook page or whatever. However you'd like to keep in touch is fine with me. I would prefer to keep my personal Facebook profile private. Second thing is that since there's a lot of trading, buying and selling going on, of plush, I was thinking about making a separate section on our message forum for feedback. That way you can post some, if you had a transaction or if you traded, bought or sold something, you can post there and let us know how the transaction went, so that if there's someone else who wants to trade, buy or sell, they can go and see who is trustworthy and who is not. Hopefully it'll stay civil. I don't want to see any bashing going on. If it gets really bad, then I'll just have to take it down. So if you are interested, please comment and let me know, and I can certainly do that. In this video, I want to share some more recent Sugarloaf wins, and after that I take all of my Sugarloaf wins and put them in my machine and see if I can win them all once again. I know some of you don't necessarily care for people playing their own machines, but some of you do. So first part is going to be for those who like Sugarloaf machines, and second part is going to be for those who like Sugarloaf prizes in other people's machines. So hopefully the best of both worlds. Let's check it out. We get started with Garfield. He was at Toys R Us. These are usually pretty easy to get, so I noticed that he was in a pretty gettable position, so I decided to give it a shot. He slipped out, and he was pretty close to the dead zone, but not quite, so I went for him again, and this time it was definitely a win. Moving on to a local supermarket, it had been freshly restocked, and there was a good amount of decent plush in there, so I'm going for Tom. Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry, they seem to be pretty easy to win usually, as long as they're in good position, so that he got him on the first try. Now this Tweety, I knew that he was going to be hard to get just because he's kind of surrounded by other plush, but I wanted to try it just in case. But I didn't have any luck. The Cupcake Cutie, I usually don't go for these, but this lamb was in a pretty good position, so I thought, hey, what the heck, cute enough. He's cute enough, so. And that claw seemed to be pretty strong considering how it grabbed it around his neck, sort of. Now that mouse, again, generic plush, but it was so easy to rake, so I thought, what the heck, it just tumbled right into the price chute. This was the first time I saw one of the Smurfs characters, so So I tried for that. The way her hair is shaped, it makes it kind of hard to get around her, but I thought, you know, it was worth a shot. And sure enough, gonna give Tweety another chance. Actually, I wanted to rake the line behind him first, just kind of maybe lean Tweety over on its front, on his belly. That would make it a lot easier, but that wasn't really happening, so I thought, let's try to move him a little bit. But didn't work. So let's try to rake the line again and see if I can. Well, now he's gettable, so might as well, you know. If I know I can get something in one try, especially with the generic plush, you know, for 50 cents, I think it's worth it. So, but it didn't really happen the first time. I'm not really sure why. The claw decided to be kind of weak, so I'm going for Tweety again. You know, it clamps around his head, but just not enough. Not enough of a clamp there. The claw is still a little on the weak side. So I'm going to give up on that and see if I can get the line again. Should be able to. There's a clamp that I wanted. And now we're back to my machine. I have 50 plays on the clock. All of my Sugarloaf wins from this video and from the previous Sugarloaf video that I made. Good collection of prizes there. So let's go for Taz and see if I can. Gonna try to win them all if I can. There's one Valentine monster on the bottom that I won in the giveaway from the King of Claws. I don't think I'm gonna win that, but everybody else is fair game. Taz was pretty easy. And let's try for Betty now. Nope. Betty needs to be grabbed by her bottom. Well, you know, that's opposite of the bottom. Total fail. Let's see if we can go for her base. Yep. That should be good. Of course she gets stuck, so. But now that I've converted my machine from up and across to a four-way operation, I can actually move the claw back and forth and shake her down. Let's see what's next. Let's try for Tom. He was pretty easy to get, but this time he's kind of close to the edge, so he might be a little challenging. That might... Nah, not quite. Yeah, there's a good chance I may not be able to win everything in 50 plays, so I think I'm just going to add additional plays once I'm done with the initial 50. Maybe? Maybe? And no clamp, no Tom. Come on. Yeah. Alright, maybe next time. Yep, that should be good. See, nice good clamp around his body. And we got Tom. So far, not doing too well. I think 2 plush in 10 plays, that's... I prefer to do a little better than that. So let's try for Betty. She's laying flat, sort of flat on the bottom, so she
she might be a bit of a challenge. I may have to try to grab her by her legs or something, just to kind of move her out of the way. Okay, that was fail. Let's try for something else. Maybe the Smurfette. And Smurfette is a little stubborn. Again, as you can see, her hair is kind of wide, so it makes it a little bit more difficult to get the claw around her entirely. So it tends to stab at least part of her either hat or the hair. But I should be able to get her. I mean, she's gettable, just not very easy. I just need to get around her like this, and alright, maybe next time. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah, by the hair! Alright. Now let's see who's next. Let's try for the lamb, maybe? That might be it. Wow, it's kind of funny how they kind of grabbed him from its side, but now should definitely be gettable, I think. I tried to set up my claw as close to Sugarloaf's strength-wise, but it's kind of hard. I mean, I think it is a little bit stronger than Sugarloaf, although not by much. Definitely very, very close. The problem is that with Sugarloafs, they tend to change so often. I mean, one day it's strong, next day it's weak, and so it's almost impossible to kind of dial into a perfect strength with mine. Let's see what we got. Let's try Garfield. He may be a little bit more challenging just because he's completely upright. Then he doesn't have much to his head to grab onto. No loops of any kind, so, this will be... Let's try the Minion, but the Minion is really close to the barrier between the prize chute and the playfield, so getting around him while Garfield's still back there, it's going to be hard, so yeah. He's either going to keep getting stabbed or just won't be able to get around him, so I may have to move Garfield and Tweety out of the way first. Not quite. I'm definitely enjoying having the four-way operation. It's more authentic experience, more Sugarloaf-like. Granted, it's not a joystick, but it works the same way, so it's really makes it a little bit more realistic in that way. Up and Across does have its challenges. It's a little bit more fun because you actually do use your skill, reaction time, and everything. But if you want a real experience, as if you were playing a Sugarloaf machine, four-way operation is definitely better in that regard. So let's try for Sylvester. He's usually pretty easy just because the way his face is shaped. I'm gonna keep stabbing him. He is wedged in a little bit, so he might not come out on the first try. Whenever I do get a good clamp around his face. There are some plush around him that may make it more complicated, but I should be able to get in there. Grab him by his... Well, whatever the white things are. I don't know if those are cheeks or what, but the white things on the left and the right side of his face. You know, it's funny when you see the claw kind of go around the plush and just slip around it. It makes it looks like it has absolutely no strength at all, but it does. You know, when it's closed, it usually has a good clamp to carry even, you know, heavier plush. But when it kind of slips around the plush, it just makes it look like it's so weak. When all you really need is a good clamp around it. So, but I'm sure most of you already know this. Be a champ, get it to clamp. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, Garfield's gonna be a bit of a pain, so I don't know if I should maybe try for something else and kind of knock him down, maybe go behind him a little bit and see if I can get the claw to wedge between Mr. Potato Head behind him and kind of push Garfield down on his belly a little bit so that I can close the claw around like this. A bit of a clamp there, but not enough. He's still a little too upright. His face is a little too flat. And I like that Sugarloaf puts in plush like this, like Sylvester and Bugs, and you know, flatter ones that are easier to win. Unlike, you know, Happy Birds and stuff like that. Those were just impossible. I'm not really sure what they were thinking when they made those. Although I do understand they're in the business to make money, so they figured, hey, let's put in some cute stuff that's impossible to get. Yeah. Garfield is a bit of a stubborn cat. He's easy when he's laying on his back or belly, but when he's standing upright like this, it's almost impossible. Same goes for Tweety, for that matter. When Tweety's upright, getting a clamp around his head is, you know, impossible. So you kind of have to aim for the lower part of Tweety there. Let's see if we can do something else. Let's try for Bugs. Yeah, we need to shake up the plush a little bit. You know, make some room, move things around, and hopefully we'll be able to get back to Garfield and win him later. Bugs is a little challenging too. His head isn't quite big enough to grab. But sometimes if you can get the claw into the loops of his arms or something, then he can come out. I was trying for the minion, but he's a little... Minions are easy too, just because the way their arms are shaped, but he's kind of in the corner there, so should be able to get him though. Eventually. Let's try for Bugs again. Yeah, the only problem with using Sugarloaf prizes in my machine is that it's kind of small, so they end up to be a little bit more wedged in there compared to the others, to the actual Sugarloaf machines, where there's a lot more room for them to kind of breathe a little bit easier. I mean, I don't even try to stuff them in there. When I put them into the machine, they just end up kind of getting into each other's faces. No personal space whatsoever. I will get bugs one of these days. Or one of these tries, rather. Come on. You can do it. Let's see if we can get Betty out of the way. By the arrow or something. Something's got to move, you know? I hate when it does that. Come on, Betty. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Well, she's a little better now, so let's see if we can move her a little bit more. Come on. Come on. Alright, I think she should be gettable now. Alright, finally. Elizabeth Boop. Okay, now let's see if we can get bugs again. Now that Betty's out of the way. We should be able to get a nice clamp around him if we can push him down like this. Oh, maybe next time. And after that, then we have the minion that's a little bit more exposed. Alright. I just love the minions just because their arms and legs, just the way they're made, they're very easy. I have 2 of these. Now let's try for bugs. He definitely should be gettable now. And we got him. Next on the agenda, I think... Let's see... Maybe Sylvester again? I should probably go for the Lovebird, maybe. Sylvester should be a little bit easier now that the minion's out of the way. See if we can grab him by his face. That's... Yep. We just need to repeat that, and I think we should be good. Alright. And we got Sylvester, and he falls into the play field again. Darn it. Alright, we should be able to get him easy now. As long as he doesn't get stabbed like this. Hate when that happens. Alright. I think we got him. Alright, what's next? Yeah, let's try for the hit Lovebird. Should be pretty easy. Although I stabbed Garfield's foot. And that is no good. We'll try again, and I think this time we got a nice clamp, so that should be good. Alright, moving along. Let's see if we can... yeah, that weird-looking mouse gerbil thing is going to be harder, probably, just because it's also shaped like Garfield, kind of flat, so that guy will need to be probably knocked down flat first. Unless I can do that. And nice. Now that should make it easier. Hopefully. As long as the claw can go down far enough, because sometimes it stops a little too soon. But that should be good. Let's see what we got next. Let's try for the lion, maybe. It's usually easy to get him by the heart, but the thread on the sides of the heart is a little too thin, so he slips out if he's not perfectly balanced. Let's try again. He got stabbed. And stabbed again. Well, let's keep trying, because persistence does pay off sometimes. And maybe this... You just kind of need to move him a little bit. By the heart, eh. By the way, I did add 50 more plays, just because 50 wasn't enough. So we'll do 100 for now and see what we can do with that. And maybe 25 more. I don't want to make this too terribly long. So let's see if we can move Garfield down just like that, and hopefully next time I should be able to get a nice clamp around him. And Mr. Potato Head, the only way I can get him, I think, is by the feet. If you can get 2 of the claw fingers around his feet and 1 around the bottom. I think we got Garfield now. Finally. Bit of a stubborn sucker. Let's see. Well, let's try for Mr. Potato Head, maybe. No. Stabbing Mr. Potato Head will not help at all. And this might be a little bit harder because his feet are lower than his body, so he may end up getting stabbed a few times. So let's see if we can move Tweety out of the way. But he's also challenging because his feet are by the minion, and we can't get him by his head, so we need to get a good clamp around his body to pull him out. And so far, that hasn't happened. We can get Tweety by his head as long as he's laying on his side, on his back, I mean. But right now, he's not. So something needs to go down lower. The claw needs to go down a little bit lower and pull up the bottom of his body. And then he should come out. I could use an ice cream break, but I think I'll pass. Alright, he should be easier now. The problem is that his head is quite a bit heavier than the rest of his body, so if you grab in the middle, he can slip out. So your only hope is to grab him by his head like this. Right now. Or somewhere toward the bottom of his head. If his feet are a little, are a little bit larger than the middle section, so even if you grab him upside down, the feet might keep him in there. Well, let's see. I usually aim for the middle and then see how that works out. But yeah, see the bottom of his head is a good place because you can, you get a better balance that way. And that's not how I like it. I don't like when the claw closes on the plush without even grabbing it. That's just a waste of money, usually. This should be good. And we got a good clamp, so hopefully... Do not slip out. This little stab. Don't like stabs. Stabs be gone. Alright. I have a good feeling about this, maybe. Grab around his head. I think we got him. Stay. Alright. Finally. Okay, moving along. Let's see if Mr. Potato Head will cooperate. We need to pull him up a little bit by his feet so he's laying flatter. So it will either grab his feet or just kind of level him a little bit. Let's see if we can get the minion again. No. Continues to stab. But I think I will be able to get him the way he is now. Just need to get around him a little bit better. Like, almost. Yeah. Come on. Oh, jeez. As I mentioned previously, I kind of like when things slip out and makes it realistic, but at the same time, it's like you almost got it, especially if you, spend a lot of time trying to win one plush. And see what I mean about his arms and legs? He's a stubborn one. Goodness. Let's see. I will get you. I will get you, you stubborn minion. I hate when that happens. Just need to get a good grab around his lower body, above his arms and between his legs. That's ideal. And that's not how it happened right now. Alright, come on, you can do it. You can do it. No. Yay. Alright. Excellent. Took me long enough. Alright, let's see if we can get that colorful bear. He's a little hard to get around, but once you do, he's pretty easy. I think we got him. Yep. Okay, moving on. Let's see if we can get that panda-looking thing. Mr. Potato Head, since there's nothing surrounding him in the front, I'm hoping I'll be able to get him. Just need to maybe aim for the middle of his face, and then the claw should be able to go down. No, not by his nose. Hoping to aim for the middle of his face, and then the claw should slip down and get around his feet. Like that. But not quite. Like this. Alright, and that's how you want to get Mr. Potato Head. Once you get a clamp around his feet, you got him. Alright, I have a couple things left. Let's try for that panda again. He's relatively small and light. It's just a matter of getting around his body because he's laying on his back. That should be good, I think. No. Maybe next time. Alright, I think we got him. Oh, we don't got him. Alright, this time I better get him unless he gets stabbed. Oh, a stab. I do not like stabs. No, sir. Ooh, more stab. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. I don't like stabs, and I cannot lie. Alright, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, I think we got him. I think we got him. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good. Alright, so let's go back to the lion, because I know that the Valentine monster is going to be almost impossible. Ooh. Okay, well, if we can move him a little bit away from the corner, it should be easier. Come on, I think we got him. I think we got... yeah. Alright. Well, I'm gonna try for the monster just in case. I don't think I'm gonna get him. Oh, would you... almost. Oh my. Can't believe that happened. Of all places to grab him by, I grabbed him by the foot and actually almost pulled him up. But he's not gonna happen, so my phone's running out of storage space, so I'm gonna have to wrap this up. We are at 125 plays, and this is the last one. Nope.
That's it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.